Good morning, and thank you for joining us for the Kissimmee Osceola Chamber 15-minute series. My name is Adriana Sakula, and I am the chair of the board for 2021. And I'm excited to welcome and introduce you to Representative Fred Hawkins, no stranger to Osceola County. Fred Hawkins has served on the Osceola County Commission from 2008 to 2020 and served as our chair in 2010, 2014, and 2016, and just had a successful run for the Florida State Legislature, where he is serving as our state representative representing Osceola County. Welcome, Representative Hawkins.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're glad that you are here to join us today. Congratulations on your win, and thank you for representing us in the legislature. I thought we'd take the time today that you could talk to the residents and those tuning in a little bit about what your plans are for this legislative session and what bills you might be sponsoring or co-sponsoring in the legislature.
Well, again, thank you for having me. I really appreciate the Osceola Chamber and, of course, Disney, what you guys do for our area. But starting off with, I'm on a lot of education committees. Speaker put me on those. It probably has a little something to do with being the president of the Education Foundation. But also I'm on the property rights and civil justice. And I was proud to cast that first vote in that first committee meeting for HB 7 for the Business Protection Act. I think that's very important for Florida, and I'll get into maybe a little more of that as we go on in the interview. But my bills, my first one was HB 157. This came about to me because I had a volunteer on my campaign whose sister went out for athletics, and Osceola and Brevard are the only two counties that do EKGs on our student athletes as part of their the program to make sure they're well enough to play sports. And it caught that she had an abnormality. She actually had 3 extra electrodes going to her heart, and she would have had sudden cardiac arrest, which most of the time results in death the first time she got on that practice field. Her heart rate would have went up. A simple outpatient procedure took care of it. 10 days later, she's playing sports like she wanted. We have caught so much in Brevard and Osceola to help with this, and my bill makes that statewide. We do that for everybody, and we're got it down to $20, and no child, if they can't afford it, will be charged. They will still get their physical, still get the EKG, and there's an opt-out clause if it's religious or medical reason. But we will lose 1,100 to 1,200 students and people on school campuses every year to do this. More children die of this than childhood cancer, automobile accidents, guns, drug overdoses. In the United States, we average about 325,000 deaths a year from sudden cardiac arrest. It just doesn't get that kind of play. But the last 2 months, we've seen an increase in Florida, and a lot of that's due to COVID, because we found out with University of Florida, the basketball player that just suddenly dropped. He had COVID, and now it affects the heart muscles. So we're looking to save lives, and we like what people are saying, that it could be the most life-saving bill ever passed in the legislature. So we're trying to get our language married with Senator Baxley's in the Senate. My second bill, there's been a little controversy, and I'd like to clear that up. It involves affordable housing when housing's built on taxpayer property with the county or cities and a private partner. We need affordable housing just absolutely in Central Florida and all over the state. And I took the approach of how do we get out of the need? And, by me, it's the people that are in the subsidized housing. How do we get them into higher paying jobs? So the bill calls for the person to be able to live there 3 years, but also gives able-bodied people scholarships to go to like Valencia Advanced Manufacturing and get these higher wage jobs and break that cycle. And, I think most people want help. They'd like to help their family. So that's what the bill does. I think the bill's got a long way to go, and, we'll probably have to do some amendments. I don't look for it to pass this year, but I think it's the starting point of the conversation. And instead of building more housing, how do we transition people out of it quicker so we can get more people in? It's not to be cruel or hurt anybody in any way. So I just wanted to get that conversation started. And, there's such a need right now for the trades and people in high wage jobs, and the success of Valencia Advanced Manufacturing is incredible. So that's the second bill I have. And then I'm co-sponsoring some bills also. But I'm really proud of where we're at. And, we got a big budget deficit to face also.
Absolutely. And thank you for bringing into our attention the fact of the EKGs at schools. If that were to pass, how soon would those roll out statewide?
July 1st.
July 1st, so very soon. And thank you for bringing really to the conversation the affordable housing and how incredible our state colleges and universities have been in making sure that we have excellent paying jobs, not only in Osceola County, but the state of Florida. But considering that there is a budget deficit going into this year, where do you see affordable housing in general standing?
Well, I campaign that we should not touch the Sadowski funds unless it comes to raising taxes, and I stand by that. I don't want to paint ourselves into a corner financially, because we face, we've heard anything from 1.5 to $3-4 billion deficit, and we'll keep working on that to get that true number. There's things that are being done and certain bills that are coming that possibly could help overcome that deficit. I think we start with, what funds our budget. And I think keeping Florida open, as the governor's decided, and, the industry you're in, tourism, let's make sure it's safe to get people here. And we're following protocols, but let people know Florida's open. I think a lot more people will travel to a state that's open and, come back to Disney, come back to the theme parks where we have, we came as kids and now we're bringing our kids back. So I think that's a big success. So, let's keep promoting that tourist development tax, the sales tax, the gas tax. Let's see if we can rebound those. And of course, we look at member projects. We're probably going to have to make some cuts. We may keep some projects, in the budget, but not fund them this year. Just delay them moving forward. The MCORs would be one I think would be considered. But then you look at contracts the state has. This is what we did in 2008 when I became a county commissioner and the recession hit. Let's see what contracts can be renegotiated and, save those taxpayer dollars, or maybe some that aren't needed right now.
Absolutely, Representative. When you're talking about affordable housing and you're talking about projects that are being brought back to our community, I know that that's something that's really important to not only you, but all representatives and senators in their particular districts. When we do get that funding, what are some things that you'd want to make sure that are taken care of financially in Osceola County, or some projects that you might want to bring to the county?
Well, I think there's certain areas that we need to make sure we build in, especially around the Sunrail line. A lot of those people, they struggle with transportation. Let's put transportation there. Let's make sure that they're built close to Lynx bus stops. Of course, that involves the local funding going into that. As you know, I'm kind of married to transportation, where my wife works, and she keeps me informed, and she's a great advocate and a voice to me on what's happening. But the project that's going on in the Poinciana area, the Poinciana station, we need to get that off the ground. That's going to supply a lot of housing to people and be one of those district areas where you'll have the transportation, you'll have the commercial centers, and you'll have the housing, kind of replicating what Tupperware's done at their station. And I think along the Sunrail line, Osceola has truly been the one to take the lead in looking at that and how we're developing. It's maybe a little harder for the downtown area because it's already developed there, but and of course the pricing of property, but I think it's a good way to go. And also I think we need to include our students that are aging out of foster care. I think there has to be something in the affordable housing that they have access to those avenues. They're already, life's already dealt them kind of a bad deal, and let's make sure we can help and encourage them, get them into schools, get them into training, and give them housing.
Absolutely. And transportation, truly, Osceola County, and in part due to your leadership when you were on the Osceola County Commission, Sunrail is a success because of the Osceola County piece and what you all have done to really connect stations with living and with the small businesses that are in downtown Kissimmee. So it's been really truly impressive work, and I do hope that you continue the transportation conversation while you are in Tallahassee. And I didn't mention your role, and you did a little bit with the Education Foundation, you being president, and then also sitting on a few education committees. Is there anything on the academic space that you want to bring back to Osceola County or talk about in relation to our amazing school district and K through 12 education?
Well, I'm looking to possibly file a bill that will allow our superintendents to do multi-year contracts with teachers associations. Right now, you can only do year to year. And I think for retention and to keep the conversation going, I think the unions would like a 5-year, but I think a 3, maybe with a rollover. I'm still looking at it to see if it's something I want to get behind. But I've talked to Dr. Pace. I go to her on pretty much everything that comes in front of me with education. She's a great advocate and a good friend. So I want to make sure that I'm not doing anything that hurts my own district. And she can also tell me statewide where some issues might be problematic, but work for, District 42. So it works well. It's a great relationship to have, and she's just incredible. Also, I want to make sure that we have a plan in place to continue to take care of our teachers. Last year, great movement by the legislature. I was, happy they got that done. But we need a 3-5-year plan extended out to make sure that they know that we're taking care of them. I don't think any economy is successful unless you have good education and good health care.
You're absolutely right, Representative. We're just so grateful that you were elected by your residents and peers to represent us in Osceola County. Your leadership has truly shined during your time in the commission, and your impact on the community has been priceless. So thank you for not only that, but for being a great member to the chamber and taking care of the small businesses in our community as well, because we know that businesses helps our economic engine run, and you've been a great catalyst for that. So thank you so much, Representative.
Absolutely. The small businesses we have to take care of. That's why I supported the HB 7 COVID Protection Act. Looking forward, I know that's a priority of Speaker Sprouse, and I'm going to support that all that I can. I actually told him early on when CEO Petronas was going around, I'm like, if they'd let a freshman run that bill, I would do it. That's how much I believe in it. But, business is what we have to do. And the businesses that are following the protocols should not have fear of opening up. And, it's up to all of us to self-govern, whatever we feel safe and moving forward. But, we got a great staff. If anybody needs to reach out and contact me, and I love to hear from them, love to respond to them. But, our district's going to be there. So it's a little confusing, I will say, on my staff. We have Michaela in Osceola, and then we have Kayla in Polk County, for our district secretary. So I think if you say Kayla, you're pretty safe. But we look forward to working with you. And anybody out there that's watching this that's having the unemployment issues, please contact us and let us try to help.
Absolutely. And thank you for always having an open door at the County Commission. We're excited to reach out to Michaela and Kayla as well. And everyone that's tuning in, you are welcome to send an email or a phone call over, and Representative Hawkins will make sure to listen and see what he can accomplish for you in Osceola and Polk County. Anything else we can leave you with, Representative Hawkins, or you want to leave us with?
It's just an honor and a privilege to be at this level. It is new than being a county commissioner, a lot to learn. You're one of 120, but I am enjoying it. I look forward to representing everybody, and it's truly an honor to represent the citizens of the state of Florida and have great businesses and Chamber of Commerce like Disney and the Kissimmee Chamber behind you, and always, coming to you saying these are some issues we need to, as a community, address. So look forward to that, and always keep the conversation going with you guys.
We're grateful for your time, and thank you all who are tuning in for watching today, and we hope that you join us next week. Have a great day.